beauty of last night was that everybody played well. You know, so many times you walk away from your game and you say, defense kind of did their jump, but attack really struggled. Or, you know, we might score 12 goals, but you can't allow them to score 13 or whatever it might be. But I think everybody from beginning to end, I thought our settled attack was great. I thought our midfield transition was really great. I thought Bit did a great job on the draw. Defense was solid. I mean, they played solid, and Beach had a great night. So, you know, from one end of the field to the next, I thought everyone played composed and strong, and our biggest focus and our biggest goal was to make sure that we didn't let them get comfortable and we didn't let them get into a rhythm. You know, that's something that we've allowed teams to do against us during the regular season, and so that was something that we were trying to shut down right away, is to make sure that, like, we're not allowing their emotions to kind of play a part in the game. Feeling very balanced right now, and we feel like our defense has always been relatively strong, but we really feel like our attack is finally kind of like coming together. Good timing, I guess. But, you know, we were really proud of the way that we played on Friday night against Pace, but we knew that they were going to come out and play a different game against us. And even though I thought that they certainly played better, I think we might have had an even better night than we did, you know, a couple days earlier. You know, we're just getting really balanced. 9 goal scorers, 3 kids with hat tricks, just spreading the wealth a little bit. And I think that is just so important. You know, before every game we have our scouting reports, we look at everybody's stats, and I mean, Moyne is obviously very deep and very, very balanced, but a lot of our opponents have 2 kids with huge numbers, and so it's certainly a little bit easier to prepare for that. I mean, you kind of look at our group right now and say, what's the strategy? You know, I think it would be hard to strategize against this group.
We're so excited to go to the semifinal game. Going into this game tonight even, we said, you know, we're a much better team than we were last year, and if we didn't win tonight, we essentially would have ended up in the same spot we did last year, not making it to the semifinal. So that's something that really motivated us, and we're so thrilled we get to play Moyne on their home turf. We're not going to Adelphi this year, which is nice, a change of scenery for us seniors who have been to the semifinal. Our freshman-sophomore year was at Adelphi, so it's somewhere new that we haven't played for the NE10 championship. So we're really excited to get there and just bring our best.
We've had really specific goals this year for ourselves, and it really hasn't been about, it's not about like making it to this or making it to that. It's just all about, what are we worth? What's the expectation? And are we living up to it? You know, sometimes you have teams with talent that should take you far. And it's my job to make sure, if that's the case, they get as far as they should. Sometimes you have teams that you look at and you just say, you know what? I love them, but this is as good as we're going to be this year. And I think we struggled a little bit with that last year. But I think winning and losing can become very habitual. From player to player, from team to team, from year to year. And I'm just really, really proud of the kids that are on this team, say that they set these goals and they're saying there is no way we're losing to this team or that team, you know, and they take a lot of pride in the way they play, and they, you know, they set those goals and they're not joking around. They take them very seriously, and thankfully we got to host, which is what, in our eyes, we should be doing. We got to win the first round, which is exactly what we expected to do. You know, we're not looking to be losing in the first round of anything. You know, we feel like this is where we belong.
Our winning streak, I think we're just playing like we have something to prove. Every week when the regional rankings or the national rankings come out, we're a little disappointed with how little we move up in the rankings and certain teams that are ranked above us. So I think with every game we've just been getting out there like we have something to prove to the entire D2 association, show that, hey, we're Stonehill Lacrosse and this is us, we're good, and we deserve to be up there with the rest of the top 10 teams that are from the NE10. So I think that's really driven us in the last few games.
We have a freshman goalkeeper that is the best goalie in the North, if not the best goalie in the country. You know, certainly I think the best pickup, for any freshman class. She's really good. So it's hard enough to get a good look on their defense, and then it's, you know, just as hard to kind of get it past the goalie, which I think is what makes them stand apart from a lot of the other strong defenses that we play against. They have, I mean, their last line of defense she's really, really strong. So they also have an attacker back who's just phenomenal on the draw. She was out from injury, so we're playing a Moyne that's a better Moyne. You know, I'm sure that they've gotten better in the last 6 weeks too. It's not just us that feel like we're getting better, but listen, we feel like we should be there on Saturday, and we're excited to play Moyne. We're excited about the matchup. We think it's going to be a great game. We're watching our you know, we're spending all day today just kind of watching our Moyne film from earlier in the season, from whatever it was, 6 weeks ago. And we're saying, oh man, you know, like we didn't play that great and we do this so much better, but Moyne has a way of making you play not that great, you know? I mean, their defense is legit and it's so solid and it's so fundamental, and I think their defense is without a doubt the best man defense in the country. So when you play against a defense like that, they make your attack look like they're struggling a little bit. So that's kind of what we're focused on. We actually thought we handled them pretty well defensively. Beach had a nice night. But this is going to be a game. And they're the number 1 team in the country. You know, they knocked off Adelphi. They're hosting there. And, you know, we think we can win anything.
I think we're in a really good position to play Moyne again. Our last game against them, defensively, we were pretty strong. Holding the number 1 team in the country to 10 goals is really good defensively, and we kind of worked out the kinks that we had from the first half and finished the second half really strong. I think they only scored just a few goals in the second half, and I think that our attack has only gotten so much better. I mean, we have Jen Wheaton, who's a stud freshman, scoring 6 goals, 9 goals in a week, and I mean, the last time we played Pace, I'm not sure what the stats were from tonight, but we have 9 girls scoring all of our goals, so there's not really one attacker that a team can say, this girl can't score, because we have a whole list of girls that are scoring goals. So I think our attack has really gotten so much better since the first time we've played them, and our defense has only gotten stronger as well. So I think we're in a really good position to put up a battle against them.
A key is it's possession. It's draw controls, ground balls, staying tough. They're a really physical, tough team, and officiating gets a little tricky up there. So we know that there are calls that we're not going to get. So we have to fight through every single possession, whistle or no whistle, and come up with the ball. So those 50-50 shots, I think, are just huge. Those extra opportunity possessions, they're just as huge for us to get an extra one, but it's just as important to take an extra one away from them. And then I think on our attacking end, everyone has to stay involved and aggressive. If 4 of our attackers want to score, that's not good enough. That's not going to get us where we need to be. We need to play inclusive and involved, and you know, we need to have a wide range of kids attacking that net on Saturday for us to, because you're not going to keep Moyne to less than 8 goals most likely. So that means that you have to be scoring 10, which is easier said than done against a defense and a goalie like that.